Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we are playing Mega Man 6. So put on your PJs and prepare for some cliches. Now, just like Mega Man 5, I want to show off the neat little loading screen that's unique to the game. You know, in retrospect, maybe I should have done this for the entire Mega Man Anniversary Collection. Oh well, it gives me an excuse to replay all of them again. And just like the past couple Mega Man games, we start with this nice plot opening, a nice showcasing of the Robot Masters. And just like Mega Man 4 and 5, not too much has changed between those games. And now we have this Mr. X guy, and he's been controlling Dr. Wily from the start. So he's the real villain behind the whole Mega Man series. And no one's buying into this, are they? I'm not. I mean, come on, that even looks like Dr. Wily. Our music kind of stopped here. There we go. So yeah, the intro cutscene there kind of cut out the music. We'll start with Flame Man, with the power to flame. So he's going to insult us a lot. Oh wait, fire. Okay, fire. Now we have a lot of polish to the Mega Man series at this point. The backgrounds are more unique and detailed than they were at the start of the Mega Man series, and that's one of the reasons that Mega Man 6 is my favorite out of the first 6 NES games. We've got those guys turning oil fields into fire fields. That fire is instant death fire, so do be mindful of that. Now, one thing I kind of dislike about Mega Man 6 is it kind of, well, once you know the game and know where the certain utilities are and how to get them and what they need to be used for, the game kind of highly encourages you to not jump in the fire. The game highly encourages you to go to those stages first, so that way you can get the utilities and pick up all the other secret goodies scattered around this game. And I kind of dislike that because it kind of cuts on the incentives to start with certain robot masters. Okay, Mega Man, stop demonstrating that the fire is instant death, and let's carry on with this. Apparently you can't slide under that attack either. These enemies here, you have to hit them with a charged attack to get rid of them, and then they turn into this cloud thing that you use to transport yourself. Nifty. I'm honestly not quite sure. Mega Man, you're going the wrong way. Not quite sure how I even died on that first one. It almost looked like a glitch, which, given the track record I've had on these recordings, I seem to be running into glitches in most of the Mega Man games, at least from 3 onward. We have the typical ground crawler enemies back. You can freeze them with a charge shot. It takes a charge shot to freeze them this time, as opposed to just a normal shot. And we've got more enemies lighting up the oil field in a not nice manner. I'm going to stop this guy from doing it. A somewhat freebie energy tank. You might have to take a hit to get it. And I'm not going to stop these guys from lighting up the oil. Oh, there we go. And we're at Flame Man already. If you notice the charged Mega Buster, it doesn't shoot out a massive wave of energy like it did in Mega Man 5. This is a much more reasonable size attack. And so we've got Flame Man. He's got a couple different attacks. Kind of unique. I like his. I like this attack. It goes along the ground. It deflects the Mega Buster, makes the battle kind of challenging. It's really challenging when you don't dodge stuff. Yep, not dodging makes things really challenging. I also like the nice glow you get when you get Mega Man through the boss doors at a certain time, and it holds on that darkened glow. It seems to happen quite a bit. So Flame Man, as we saw, he can be kind of tricky to battle. Just try not to get too frazzled in battling him, and know his pattern, and know to jump a lot. If you jump as he does his ground flame attack, you'll likely avoid it. And then Mega Man's going to shoot at me because I died to Flame Man and the flames. But we get a nice demonstration of what the weapon does here. That's great. And we also get Rush Power Adapter. We're going to have to try that out. So that's one of the Rush adapters, and the other one is in Plant Man stage. So it makes sense to go to these stages first. In Plant Man, he has the power to plant. Okay, Mega Man's not laughing. Let's carry on. And there are little popper enemies. Oh, there you are. Hi. Kind of like the enemies from Mega Man 3. Your shots will go over them. And we have a cracked block here. And for that, we need the power adapter. And so, as I mentioned, this is one of the... Oh, do you know what this means? We get to go back to punching stuff in the face. It's like Mega Man 3 all over again. Do the happy dance, Mega Man. Punch him, yeah! I'll go punch this guy in the face. Kind of the downside of trying to punch stuff in the face. You have to be really close to them. That kind of makes sense if you're trying to punch stuff in the face, though. So let's use our new flame weapon. We have this mini-boss here. He's kind of challenging, but you can take him out really quickly with the flame weapon. If you don't take him out quickly, just keep shooting him in the eye. If you shoot him in other parts of the body, it'll back him up. Just rapid-fire damage is your best strategy against him. Oh, I missed. These spikes look really intimidating here, but if you just let yourself bounce naturally, you'll be fine. Now these springs, if you hold the jump button, or if you press jump at the right time, I always found that more difficult, but if you hold the jump button, you'll jump up super high. And that's kind of a nice little introduction to the springs. And we're starting off like Mega Man 5 again, where we're getting all of these 1-ups. So we'll refill the flame, and we'll battle this guy again. He can also launch his fist at you, but we're not going to let him demonstrate that. The flame weapon is fairly good here. When we have enemies popping out of the ground again, Where is my barrier weapon when I need it? And so this is really the trickiest part of Plant Man's stage coming up here. The section where we've got you've got stuff coming out of the ground or the water there. You've got these springs. You've got enemies flying at you. You have to make big jumps to get to the next section. Hey. Whoa! And now we have a bouncing cannon, because that's not ridiculous enough as it is. Also like the design with the little small energy pellets in the trees there, in the plants. It's very creative. Alright, Pokemon type chart says that grass is weak to fire. Oh, okay. Well, I guess grass is also weak to ice, so I can forgive that. Did I just shoot him through the plant barrier? So, Plant Man, his pattern is not too difficult. He likes to jump and send his plant barrier. I want to see if I can shoot you through your plant barrier again. Will you let me do that? Plant Man? Hey. I didn't tell you to explode yet. Well, once again, we have Mega Man shooting at us. And we have the plant barrier. Once again, a barrier made of something that you wouldn't really expect could protect you well. We have leaf barrier and now plant barrier. And we get the Rush Jet adapter, which is another nifty thing that I really enjoy about Mega Man 6. Alright, join me next time when we take on Nightman.